Now, Arius was declared a heretic. Servetus and Socinus left the churches of their upbringing. But Jefferson, the anti-Trinitarian, never formally did. And so many books will list him as a lifelong Episcopalian. And it is true that he was baptized, educated, married, and buried by Anglican and Episcopal clergy. He served on the vestry or governing body of Episcopal parishes. He attended church regularly, and often those churches were Episcopalian. He contributed to Episcopal churches regularly. And he had his children not only baptized, but also married under Anglican and Episcopal auspices. But was he an Episcopalian or a Unitarian? Here we have to make a judgment call, but it may not be that hard. As many of you know, Jefferson was generally reticent in public about his religious views, but as the years went on, he revealed many of his views to correspondents, such as Rush or Adams, whom he believed could be trusted to be discreet. Jefferson described himself as a sect unto myself, but I would say that his religion displays at least 7 characteristics. I'll quickly look at 3 and then look with a little more detail at the 4 and then finish. First, Jefferson was anti-medieval and anti-mystery. I take these in no special order. Jefferson saw the Middle Ages as a time of priestcraft and mystery, and he tended to equate mystery with fraud. We seem to have no evidence that Jefferson ever received Holy Communion, though I wonder if he did not receive it once as a teen. Nor was he apparently confirmed, though these admissions may stem from his disbelief that God can be encapsulated in bread and wine, or that grace can be communicated through the laying on of a bishop's hands. And anyway, second, Jefferson was anti-clerical. He saw clergy as the authors of the corruptions that had crept into the religion of Jesus after his death. Jefferson's reading and his stay in Europe made him feel that kings and clergy were responsible for countless evils. He had some clerical friends and correspondents, but he clearly distrusted most Trinitarian clergy. The powerful Calvinist clergy of New England strongly opposed him, and he returned the compliment. Thus, it is no surprise that his favorite religious body, outside perhaps of Unitarianism, seems to have been the Quakers, a group that had neither clergy nor dogmatic creeds, though he seems to have ignored that they did have a lot of mystery. Third, Jefferson was anti-Calvinist. Deism, as we'll see in a minute, had 5 points. Calvinism is also summed up in 5 points. Church historians remember them by the acrostic TULIP. You think of Holland. Total depravity, unconditional election, limited atonement, irresistible grace, and perseverance of the saints. And Jefferson opposed every one of those points. He thought the predestinarian Calvin had not only terrible ideas, but also worshipped, quote, a malignant demon, end quote. Jefferson summed up his views of Calvin in these words, quote, Calvinism has introduced into the Christian religion more new obscenities than its leader had purged it of old ones, end quote. And I might add, for balance, that one of the surprises in the graduate study of church history is that academic church historians tend not to view Calvin in that way at all. In point of fact, they tend to put him at the top of the Reformation hierarchy.